at the buzzer by Reese. It's good! It's good! He did it again!
Is it good? Let's see! It is good!
Miles takes it to Gennaro Thomas. Jumper for the win. Good!
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Racer Report with Head Coach Steve Prohm. Dave Winder here in the Gene Ray Center for Murray State Basketball. And the Racers had a split week as they lost 99-96 Thursday at Belmont, but then came back Saturday with a 75-63 win over Tennessee State on the road in Nashville, both games in Nashville. But here's what's coming up for the Racers this week, and Murray State's getting back home for 3 in a row in front of the home folks in the final 3 home games of the season. We'll start Thursday night with SIU Edwardsville coming in, 7 o'clock men's only game, and that'll be on the OVC Digital Network. And then the Saturday game against Eastern Illinois, also on the OVC Digital Network. That's a men's-women's doubleheader. It'll start at 5:15, and of course all Murray State games can be heard on Froggy 103.7, also online at froggy103.com and goracers.com. And that will bring us to what's going on this week with the Racers. Of course, the 2 home games, along with Head Coach Steve Prohm, Dave Winder here in Steve's office. Racers 14-9, 9-2 in the OVC. Coach, it was quite a week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good week. You know, obviously disappointed about the Belmont loss, but to go on a 3-game road swing and go to Belmont and Tennessee State and get 2 out of 3 is good. Puts us at 9-2, tied in the loss column for the lead in the conference, and now we get at home and we get 3 in a row at home, so hopefully we can take care of business here. We'll
take a look at the OVC standings later in the show. The Racers with a 3-game lead over SIU Edwardsville as they come in Thursday night. 3-game lead with 5 to play in the OVC West. So let's roll the highlights and go to the Gentry Center and take a look at it, Coach. I really felt like no matter what the result Thursday night, it was going to be a whole different kind of deal Saturday night where you guys were going to have to dig deep to get it done.
Well, yeah, Saturday was going to be tough, I think, regardless of what happened Thursday, because the competitiveness and the innate competitive nature of that game Thursday was very intense. But I was proud of our guys just to get out of there with a win. The game was just one of those games. It was kind of a slow-moving, you know, we're up 10, we're up 13, now it's 8, but it's never 15 or 18 or 20, and it's never down to a possession or 2 games. So it just kind of hovered, and the way Tennessee State plays, you know, they never really made a push. But you know, on our end, we never put the nail in the coffin. So it was good to win. We looked a little fatigued, and that's the thing I need to talk to our guys about is we've got to do a better job playing 2 games in 3 days, and we've got to do a better job in that area because eventually we're going to be in a situation where we need to play 2 games in 2 days.
That's right. We're kind of taking a look at the first half highlights here. There was a stretch there, Coach, and you talked about the spurt. If you remember, between about 10:30 and 7:30 in the half, Payne hit a couple of threes. There was that broken play. Moss hit a 3. And then I think even C.J. Ford got a steal and got fouled there and made a free throw to put you up by 12. You know, it is a different dynamic when you play Thursday and come back and play Saturday in conference play. Well, it is. It's the same for everybody.
It's quick. Excuse me. I've been sick since Wednesday.
That's okay.
It's tough on everybody. Everybody's goes through the same thing, so that's not the issue. What we got it to 13. You know, CJ came in, gave us a spark, got that steal, and got fouled, like you mentioned. But we didn't do a good job going to that last media timeout, up 12 or 13. You know, we got outscored 4, and it was more off of our miscues. It was bad shot selection on the offensive end 2 or 3 times, and then on the defensive end, a couple loose ball 50-50 plays around the basket we didn't make, and they were able to, you know, instead of it being 15 or 16 at the half and really having a good cushion, they got it down to 9.
Yeah, they sure did. It was 37-28 at the half. And then we go into the second half, and, you know, what a big game Jonathan Farrell had. He had a career-high 17 points. He had 7 rebounds for you. He continues to get better and better and better, and I'm so excited for him because it was a struggle early with his injury, the surgery he had to have, and then just trying to learn to play at this level. But he scored your first 6 points of the second half and is really playing well for you.
He's been really good. He's done a great job. I thought what he did a great job with in the Tennessee State game was I thought defensively he did he's a presence around the basket, and he did a great job defending ball screens at times. And he's got one Achilles heel, and if you follow our program, you know what it is. And I'm gonna have to really research it in the spring. And if I've got to get somebody in here, if we don't have the money for it, I'll pay for it myself. But
a free throw guru.
We've got to get somebody in here because we can't get it fixed. His dad got it fixed for one night, but that must have been just good prayer.
Yeah. Well, and we all feel bad for him. He's just not hitting free throws. It's under 40% now, and we're just going to continue to work with it. But the Racers responded. They got it back up to a 13-point lead with 9:35 to go, and then down the stretch, Coach, there was a part there where I think you guys went 6 straight scoreless possessions in the last 8 minutes there, but you guys got it back together in the last 5 minutes and brought it home.
Yeah, we struggled at times just really putting the game away, and really it came from some questionable shot selections, not running good offense, and then the pace of the game, it was a little bit too slow for our liking. Mm-hmm. But then on the defensive end, we stopped containing the ball like we did in the first half at times. First half we played very good defense. There was just 3 or 4 plays that if we corralled the ball, we hold them probably to about 20 points.
Okay, well the Racers did hang on to get the victory, 73-65. You saw some of the numbers there. Jarvis Williams had his 11th double-double of the season. He leads the conference in that. He's in the top 20 in the country. He's in the top 10 in rebounding at about 11 rebounds a game, and the Racers get the win, 14-9 and 9-2. So we'll take our first break here in Head Coach Steve Prohm's office on the Racer Report. We'll come back and review that Thursday thriller at Belmont. We'll do that next.
Enough of this golf already.
How much of the golf?
Golf's stupid.
You're stupid.
Boys, settle down. At Time Warner Cable, any of these devices can be your TV at the click of a button. No one offers more sports on more devices than Time Warner Cable.
Why have you got a laptop?
I want the cell phone.
Give me that laptop.
Call 1-855-WANT-TWC and ask how you can save up to $600. Switch to a better entertainment experience, guaranteed. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
Hi folks, welcome back to the Racer Report with Head Coach Steve Prohm here as the Racers 1-1 for the week. We've shown you the highlights of the Racers 73-65 win over Tennessee State. Now let's go back to last Thursday night in Nashville as the Racers took on Belmont. And Coach, we knew the Racers' first ever visit to the Curb Event Center was going to be a big time atmosphere, and it certainly was in the Curb Event Center. Man, everybody was ready for it. A lot of Racer fans were there, and it was just a great atmosphere for college basketball.
Yeah, it was. They got a great arena. It's a great environment to play in because it just sits right on top of you. So, you could hear our fans. They've got a tremendous student section. That whole side across from the bench was layered with students all across the gym. So it was a good atmosphere, and it's a great showcase on TV.
Looking at the first half here, I heard you say something to your team after the game at Belmont. you were really excited about the Racers' ability to score, and you guys are really putting the ball in the basket right now. It's on the defensive end where you got to get better.
Yeah, I didn't know if we'd be able to score like we are, and you know, with the addition of TJ and then Cam's growth and Dexter having maxing out his senior year, and you know, Farrell and Jarvis being able to be productive around the basket. You know, we're scoring. That's not our issue. You know, the one game we lost at Edwardsville, we struggled offensively, didn't make shots. But
it's about the only one.
But that's the only game, and you know, we are not guarding the level we need to, and it starts with perimeter defense. We're not locking up people on the perimeter like we need to. We got to continue to get better our ball screen defense. And the sense of urgency on the defensive end has to change, because if you told me we were going to give up 99 at Belmont, it was going to, you know, I'd say I didn't think it'd be a three-point game, just being honest. You know, we didn't guard them like we needed to.
Well, early on here, it was Dexter shooting basically kept you in the game there, because the Racers were down by 10. Payne scored down the lane there. It's 8 minutes to go in the first half. The Racers are down by 10. Payne made a couple of three-point plays there in the first half. 7:02 to go, cut it down to 6. And then you're going to see a three from Sapp here coming up. Racers took their, I guess, well, it was their second lead of the game, because you did score the first bucket. But man, your guys were really fighting. I could see that competitiveness coming out of them.
Well, we competed at different times of the game, but then at different times of the game, we didn't compete. You know, we didn't compete on the defensive end with great ball pressure like you have to do, about communicating with ball screens, defense, and switch and handoffs. I mean, we're up 3 going to start the second half. We execute our zone motion action, hit a 3, we come down and we don't switch dribble handoff, and they get a wide open 3. So I thought our defensive effort, we did compete, we did show some grit and character and toughness to come down twice double digits on the road against a very good basketball team, an efficient basketball team. But we didn't do that for 40 minutes. And against Belmont, with their ability to shoot the basketball and how skilled they are offensively, you have to guard, pressure, and rebound possession after possession after possession.
Well, 45-45 at the half. Fields hit a 3 to start the second half after Payne hit 1, but the Racers were down by 2. You know, Coach, that's the one thing that has been ever present, and it's going to be present every game you play, and that's that it's like a shadow behind you, and it's called foul trouble. And man, you guys were really dealing with it. Moss fouled out, and you had a bunch of guys with 4.
Yeah, you know, free throw shooting, in depth. Those are the two things of you know, Achilles heels of this team, and some of it has to do with some, you know, defections and injuries we've had throughout the season. But that's life. That's college basketball, and you got to deal with that. But you know, we've got to do a good job. You know, we got to figure out a way against them if we do play them again. You know, get the ball, do a better job getting the ball inside. But we scored 96, so it wasn't offense. You know, it wasn't offense. But they did. The guys competed well and showed some true grit.
Yeah, Williams played big. He had a double-double in this game. Down the stretch, the Racers were down by 10 with a minute to go, Coach. And, man, you guys just kept hammering away. And that last play with Sapp, we'll see it here in a minute. Richard Sherman would have been happy with that interception. He went way up there to get it and then got off a clean shot that would have tied the game. Yeah,
the guys did a good job executing late. We really hadn't been in those situations much this year. You know, but to their credit, you know, they fought and put ourselves in a position to win. You know, I shouldn't have gotten that technical. I was a little bit I was out of character Thursday night. I just kind of had lost it at the end, and I didn't need to do that. I was out of character. That's not me. And it cost our team a point. And when Cam got fouled on a three-point shot, you know, he was only able to make 2 out of the 3 because we needed to try to get this rebound.
Yeah, he hit 2 free throws, 2 out of the 3 there. And now we're 3.5 left. And I guess it was Jonathan maybe that said you guys had a good feeling they were going to try to throw the long ball right there.
Yeah, you figure they just try to go over the top. But, you know, we had a chance. I went and told TJ right away, don't worry about it, it's not your fault. But, you know, we all have to do better. We weren't good enough, first and foremost on the defensive end. And then second, I thought our guys showed great composure, but I thought I lost my composure a little bit. I got caught up into a couple of, you know, questionable game-changing type calls that, you know, it's something that I don't need to do. I showed a little bit of youth right there and wasn't focused like I needed to be.
Okay, well, you see the box score there. The Racers drop at 99-96. Williams had 13 rebounds. Farrell had 11. 29 points for Cameron Payne, new career high for him. Sapp had 20. So it was a great night for college basketball, but the Racers couldn't get the win at Belmont. We're going to take a break here and come back with our Meet the Racers segment. We're going to meet Jeffrey Moss today, and we'll do that next on the Racer Report.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
Enough of this golf already.
I want you to golf.
I'm stupid.
You're stupid.
Boys, settle down. At Time Warner Cable, any of these devices can be your TV at the click of a button. No one offers more sports on more devices than Time Warner Cable.
Why have you got a laptop?
I want the cell phone.
Give me that laptop.
Call 1-855-WANT-TWC and ask how you can save up to $600. Switch to a better entertainment experience, guaranteed. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
What are you guys doing? It's summer. Let's hit the beach. You need a Pepsi. Ooh. Let's have some fun. Woo, all right. Summertime is Pepsi time. You got to work on that tan, bro.
Hi, folks. Welcome back to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. Steve will join us in just a moment. But now it's time for our Meet the Racers segment. And this week we will chat with Jeffrey Moss, sophomore from Madison, Alabama, former high school quarterback, all-state quarterback in Alabama at Bob Jones High School. But I tell you what, he didn't look like a quarterback on January 23rd. He looked like an all-star basketball player. That was the day the Racers had to move the game against Tennessee Tech up to a 3 o'clock start on a Thursday. And Moss came out and hit his first 8 shots, including 4 from three-point range. And by the end of the day, he had 31 for a career high and the season high for the Racers. Just a fantastic game. So today on Meet the Racers, let's meet Jeffrey Moss.
I chose Murray State because from the first day I met Coach Prohm, he made me a big-time priority. And he just made me feel welcome. And he put confidence in me that other college coaches did. So that's why I chose him.
Rebound. Hand off to Payne. 43-17. Payne right side. Moss another 3. Gone! Got him a little rest, and he hit another one. A new career high in points for Moss with 2.
Once my playing day is over, I'd like to someday be a basketball coach because I feel like if I can't play the game, I still want to be a part of it in some kind of way.
Comes out of there with it in big traffic. Left side to Moss, and he stuffed it on the run.
Moss took off from about 8 feet away in the air with that one.
Dunkin' Donuts.
If I'm going on vacation tomorrow, I'll pick the Bahamas. I pick the Bahamas because every time I see it on TV, it was nice. It's just something that I want to experience.
Okay. Shot clock go down to 6. Ford finds Moss. He notices, jacks up the 3, and he drained it.
Clemens has a hand in his face and just shakes his head. What else can I...
Always good to meet our Racers, and great to meet Jeffrey Moss, former high school quarterback from Bob Jones High School down in Madison. Fantastic young man. Moss is a leader on this team. He's not as much vocal as the other guys, but he is a leader, and the guys follow him.
Yeah, Jeff's a great kid, comes from a great family, was a great high school football player like you mentioned, and was a terrific basketball player down at Bob Jones. And funny thing about it is I went down there as a junior and watched him work out, and kind of a slasher driver. And he got here, and he's shot the basketball extremely well. But we got an opportunity to go with Richie McKay, assistant at Virginia, overseas this summer with Athletes in Action, and hopefully that helped him grow in a lot of areas. But Jeff's a terrific kid, huge part of our team and our success this year. And he's quiet. He's a little too quiet for me. I wish he would, get out of his box a little bit. But he's a competitor. He competes, and great thing about it is he's just a sophomore.
Yeah, that's right. You can tell this year how much he's grown as an individual and as a player. You can just see to have 2 years left with him is really going to be fantastic for the Racers. So glad you had a chance today to meet Jeffrey Moss on our Meet the Racers segment. We'll take another break here, and we're going to take a look at the OVC standings and set you up for the week ahead. We'll do that next on the Racer Report with Head Coach Steve Prohm.
Enough of this golf already.
I'm watching the golf. I'm stupid. You're stupid.
Boys, settle down. At Time Warner Cable, any of these devices can be your TV at the click of a button. No one offers more sports on more devices than Time Warner Cable.
Why have you got a laptop?
I want the cell phone.
Give me that laptop.
Call 1-855-WANT-TWC and ask how you can save up to $600. Switch to a better entertainment experience, guaranteed. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
We're back here on the Racer Report with Head Coach Steve Prohm. After that game Thursday night, the 99-96 defeat at Belmont, lone senior Dexter Fields stepped up to the mic and talked to the media about how it was disappointing, but the Racers had to move on and get ready for Tennessee State, which they did, and they got a win. So the Racers now sitting at 9-2 as they go into this week. Dexter talks about the priorities for this team as they move forward.
Oh man, we just wanted to fight to the end. I mean, this game had a lot of hype, but to us it was just about us getting better as a team, and we were just working on our special situations at the end of the game. And unfortunately, everything was falling for us, and it was working. Like Coach said, we don't work on special situations that much. Probably like the last 5 to 10 minutes of practice, we'll work on it. But during that stretch, we knew we had hope because it kind of happened to us last year. We was up like 7 in the championship game with like a minute and a half to go, and they kind of beat us like that. And we had a good chance to send it in overtime tonight, but I guess, like Coach said, it just wasn't meant to be.
Good to hear from Dexter Fields, the lone senior on this team, and really appreciate his leadership. I always tell him when times are tough, I lean on him in those press conferences, and he is a leader of this team, and the guys are trying to win it for him, which is what you want to do for your seniors. But Coach, the week last week, Morehead State and EKU played a big game. Eagles came out on top at home, and you just kind of look at the way things fell. Southeast Missouri State lost at Edwardsville, but then came back to win at Eastern Illinois. The Edwardsville game was an overtime game. But if you take a look at the standings, the Racers you're in a good spot right now. You're 9-2, 3-game lead. But we talked about the main thing is to win a share of that regular season title.
Yeah, we're in position to still do that. Obviously, if we could have won at Belmont, we could have really, actually put a 2-game lead, because we would have still been at 1 loss, and Belmont, everybody else would have had 3 or more. That didn't happen. So, right now, obviously, we want to win the West to get the double bye. Belmont looks like they're in position to win the East if they can finish strong, but there is still an overall conference championship, whether it's a outright conference championship or co-conference championship. That's our goal, and that's what we want to try to do, and we do that by just winning the next game. and we're tied in the loss column. The only thing we want to do is beat Edwardsville and go 1-0 on Thursday.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the Racers coming back home for 3, and it all starts Thursday night. And then when you looked at the bottom of the standings in each division, remember that 4 teams from each division get in, so there's a lot of jockeying for position to even get into the tournament down there in the bottom of each division. So we'll take another break. Our final here with head coach Steve Prohm from the Gene Ray Center for Murray State Basketball. It's great to be here. The building's been open for about a year, and man, it's just great to be here. So another break on the Racer Report. We'll come back and wrap it up here in just a moment.
I go because my friends are here. I go because it's so close.
I go for the small class sizes.
I go
to get a better job.
I go because
I can take classes when it works for me.
I go because I can transfer my credits.
I go for some of Kentucky's most affordable tuition.
I go because it's crazy not to.
For all the right reasons. The Kentucky Community and Technical College System. Higher education begins here.
Hey, ladies. Enjoying the film? Of course not. Because this is our movie! And Dr. Pepper 10 is our soda. It's only 10 manly calories, but with all 23 flavors of Dr. Pepper. It's what guys want, like this. Catchphrase. So you can keep the romantic comedies and lady drinks. We're good. Dr. Pepper 10, it's not for women.
Enough of this golf already.
How much of the golf? Golf's stupid. You're stupid.
Boys, settle down. At Time Warner Cable, any of these devices can be your TV at the click of a button. No one offers more sports on more devices than Time Warner Cable.
Why have you got a laptop?
I want the cell phone.
Give me that laptop.
Call 1-855-WANT-TWC and ask how you can save up to $600. Switch to a better entertainment experience, guaranteed. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
We're back here to wrap it up on the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. Each week we have been kind of taking a look at one of the best pictures from the game. Tab Brockman is our photographer, and he told me at halftime he had gotten that dunk from TJ Sapp. He'd gotten it really good. But I always think a picture maybe tells a different story than video does. But you could tell in that picture, Coach, man, that is college basketball at its finest right there. 2 teams just really going at it.
Yeah, both teams competed, and I think both teams showed a lot of toughness and character that night, and it was up and down game. It was fast paced, and
yeah,
it's a bunch of offense. We played in a couple games back to back. I told our guys, we've given up 88, 99 points. I said that's unheard of around here, really.
Yeah.
But we play fast, but we've got to do a better job guard. But TJ went in there, and it was a terrific play, and it was a great play. And I know it got a lot of exposure from ESPN, top number one play of the night, and Sports Nation debated about it. Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, I wanted to win the game, though.
Right?
And the picture's terrific, and it's a great memory. And it'll probably be a senior day picture that we give them, next year. But I want next time we play them, I want to beat them.
You're right. You're right. It's all about wins, that's for sure. Let's take a look at the schedule ahead. Of course, the Thursday game at home against Edwardsville, 7 o'clock men's only, and then Saturday it's a men's-women's doubleheader. Starting at 5:15, the Racers will play the men's game at 7:30. Both games on OVC Digital. And then the home game, Saturday, February 22nd against Morehead State. That's senior day for Dexter Fields. And then the Racers, you can see the beginning of the last road trip. The Racers hit the road for UT Martin and then Southeast Missouri State. So 5 games left, and you just take them one at a time, and the Racers want to get ready for Thursday night. So we're going to wrap things up here on the Racer Report. Coach, we got some of my calls today and Neil's calls. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the difference, the level, the difference in quality between Neil Bradley and 1037 Froggy and Dave Winder on Racer TV.
On Racer TV. So, we were just joking. I'm no Neil Bradley, which you'll see here, but you'll get a sense of what the game was like at Tennessee State. So we'll see you next time on the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. This is Dave Winder. We'll say so long.
Fields catches out top. It comes to Sapp. Down to Payne on the wing. They double him. He whips it out to Fields from about 26 feet. It's good! Wow! Dexter Fields putting on a show. Barrel rebounds off to Payne. Across to the left. Comes to Sapp. Sees an opening. Stuffed it and drew the foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play. He put it in another gear and got in there.
TJ Sapp with the Dunkin' Donuts dunk. Did he get that one or what?
And there's a steal by Payne. Gets it up ahead to Moss. And he lays it in. The Racers have their largest lead of the game. And here comes TSU. But then Payne makes a steal. He's going to pop that.
That's a
Get
good
in there.
look.
Good.
That's a good look right there.